Tim Walz's candidacy for vice president underscores the political power of teachers. On July 25, 2024, Vice President Kamala Harris spoke to the American Federation of Teachers, the first labor union she addressed after announcing her candidacy for president. Even though she was speaking to a room full of teachers, Harris didn't focus on teacher-specific issues. Rather, she spoke about general policies that working people want, such as sick leave and paid family leave. She also spoke about the labor movement more broadly. "When unions are strong, America is strong," she said. At the Democratic National Convention in August, Harris's running mate Tim Walz proudly claimed his identity as a teacher. On Instagram, he described himself as being a dues-paying, card-carrying member of my teachers' union for years. Public school teachers are not often talked about as a major force in national politics. They are not wealthy donors. They rarely hold public office. Many congresspeople claim to have been educators, but that includes law school professors, school fundraisers, and school district superintendents. Teachers and their unions, however, can be influential in politics in the U.S. and globally. Walz's candidacy prompts a re-examining of their role. Whose interests do they represent? Can teachers really speak on behalf of broader communities? Our view, based on political science research we and others have carried out, is that teachers are one of the most, if not the most, well-organized groups advocating in favor of the economic interests of working people in politics today. Tim Walz taught social studies for 20 years at Mankato West High School in Minnesota. When he served in Congress, he was one of only a handful of teachers from public K-12 schools. The overwhelming majority of congresspeople are lawyers and business professionals who are mostly from higher-income backgrounds, and a disproportionate number studied at elite institutions. Walz's candidacy as a high school teacher turned high-profile politician has few obvious precedents in the United States. But Walz is far from unique globally. In many developing democracies, from Colombia to Indonesia and India, teachers are a large group of public sector workers who are organized through powerful labor unions. Around the world, teacher candidates have risen through the ranks politically. In Colombia, for example, the teachers' union has 270,000 members, making it the largest union in that country. A number of leaders from that union have moved from the union presidency to the Senate of the Republic. The 2024 book, Mobilizing Teachers, documents the emergence of teachers as a political force in Latin America beginning 3 decades ago. Former President of Peru, Pedro Castillo, may be best remembered for being ousted from office in 2022 after attempting to dissolve Congress. But his origins are notable. He was a humble elementary school teacher and union leader who improbably rose to the presidency in 2021. Similarly, in Mexico, National Teachers Union leader Alfonso Cepeda Salas became a senator for the ruling party in 2024. Teachers' unions aren't always a force for good governance. In Mexico, they are widely criticized for using corrupt practices to influence politics, such as showing favoritism in promoting teachers aligned with certain parties. In the 1980s, however, teachers mobilized in the streets of Brazil, Chile, and Mexico against military dictatorships and authoritarian rule. And Brazilian teachers' unions advocated for broader causes such as the right to education and increased spending on public schools. In the U.S., public K-12 teachers do not usually become high-profile political candidates. However, they emerged as major political actors in other ways in the late 20th century. This was spurred by economic changes such as automation and globalization, which disrupted the work of many unions, such as manufacturing unions, but not teachers. Today, 1 in 5 union members are teachers. And teachers as a whole make up 8% of the college-educated workforce in the United States. Through their labor unions, teachers in the U.S. are sometimes recruited as political candidates, especially in state and local elections. However, their numbers are few. In 2018, for example, teachers were on the ballot in record numbers, but still represented just 3% of candidates.